Hello everybody and welcome back to Dan-Ger, where every day is an adventure, and we're here today in Coventry. I came here a few years ago, about 4 years ago now, but today we're going to have a look at things I didn't look at last time, as well as diving a little bit more into the history, because it is steeped like a tea bag. So let's get going. So here we are outside the Weaver's house, built in 1455, and it was lived in by a John Croke. They have open days. I think there's one this weekend, so I'll come a bit early, but you have to check on the website. There's a moth up there in the window. Can you see the moth? I'm not sure how much you can see in there. There's like a table. Look. I think the weave would refer to like making materials and stuff, like a loom. I think that was in the back room. But there used to be a whole row of cottages down here, and this is the only one that survives still. If that was an old shop or something. And I like these, look, I like these green tiles. Why don't shops have character like this anymore? I've seen quite a few old pubs that used to have tiles. So this well would have dated back to 1400s and supplied water to the west side of the city. Bond's Hospital, like where James Bond went. The site of these buildings of the Church of St John since 1344. It later was a boys' school, which would remain till 1890, which has been restored. It's a home for the elderly today. City Centre Trail. How many other people have touched that? There's your Madge on the wall. Hey, grapes at the top there. I don't know what that is. I think nowadays people actually live here if you've got a few million. There's the remnants of where the other houses used to stand. So here we are at the Coventry Cathedral, founded with a Saxon nunnery in 1700. Wow, that's a long time ago. And I feel old just thinking about the 80s. It has endured conflict throughout its time. The nunnery was destroyed by a king. I can't pronounce his name, so I'll put it on the screen. I know how you all get when I mispronounce things. And then a castle that was built here got destroyed by Henry II. What a knobhead. What's it with kings destroying things? And then the first cathedral got destroyed by Henry VIII because it was used as a stronghold for the parliamentarians during this English Civil War. And then, if that wasn't enough destruction and mayhem, someone called Adolf Hitler, I don't know if I've mentioned him, maybe I mentioned him in my last video, I'm not sure if you know who he is. In 1940 started dropping bombs from the Luftwaffe and destroyed the cathedral and parts of Coventry, but today it is fully recovered and it is thriving. Let's go and take a look around the cathedral and see the newly built cathedral as well as some of the remains of the original cathedral. This is the modern cathedral. I'm not sure I like the architecture. I think they have concerts here. Do they still have concerts and stuff here? In a church, I know it's a bit weird, but or do they do it in the remains of the old cathedral maybe. It's a lot of sandstone. Wow! Imagine that cross just fell on someone's head. Do you want to have a look? Okay, we'll go and have a look. That is some heating bill. I've been to some churches and cathedrals, but it's not really doing it for me. Bit of stained glass. What's that rock from? Hope that inspires you.
Thing is though, am I missing something here?
I'm here outside Charlesmore's house, built in the 13th century in 1237 for an Earl of Arundel, I think it's Arundel. And it then got passed down to the crown when Edward III exiled his mother, Queen Isabella, from court. In 1330, she took up residence here. At that time, it was a manor situated in a grand park. It was the only royal residence outside of London not to be fortified. When Isabella died in 1385, the manor was renovated with its own moat. But all the traces of the moat are now gone forever, in the mists of history, like a fart in the wind, a tear in the rain, just gone. In the 19th century, it was subdivided into little cottages for weavers, not the little insects. I'm talking about weavers that, I don't know what did they used to weave? Was it clothes or was it just like rugs and stuff? I'm not sure what. By 1955, it was in pretty poor condition. Ivy was even growing in the bedrooms, and as we all know, ivy doesn't grow in bedrooms unless you've got it in a pot, but then you're just weird. Why'd you grow ivy in your bedroom? Stop it. Part of it was pulled down and then it was restored by the council to what it is today, and it is now used as a registry office. So if you want to get hitched, forget that chapel in Vegas, come here instead. And also, if you're a Whovian like me, you'll also know it was the filming location for a Doctor Who episode with David Tennant. This part was used for the filming of Doctor Who, season 3 was it? Shakespeare's Code. This facade was obviously changed, and that window, like an opening window. What's that noise? Is it the witches? A lot of weddings take place here, look, as you can see. Either that or a clown's sneezed. Some of the history. Big old slab of wood as a door. And then the modern stuff. I don't know. It'll never be the same, will it? There's only so many nipple tassels you can put on a pig. Just think of how old that tree was when it was cut down, and how old the building is. That bit of wood must be centuries old. So this is Whitefriars Gate. It dates back to the 14th century, and it served as a gatehouse to a monastery and was later used as housing, and in the 70s it was a toy museum. But as you can see now, it is derelict and it is listed, and they want to restore it to something. Have you got any ideas? Let me know in the comments. I'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? City Centre Trail. It's a medieval ruin, like my body. Well, that's it. Hope you've enjoyed yourself as much as I have. And I'm going home because it's too hot. So I'll see you all next time. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Cheerio, bye.